guard the city. The magic seal is there. What we didn't expect was here. You have come back to open up to me. I thought you would take advantage of me when I was busy, not paying attention to you, then cut off the connection with the big ton. From now on, free to roam for directions. When the Lord heard these words, he was silent, refused for comments. On the other hand, there are 10 good people. He's using extreme speed to leave the city. 10 good and difficult to understand questions. At SAO, we have to use life and death to travel. We are in such a hurry. Very quick response from the other side. My identity has been revealed. Before the great onslaught comes to arrest me, we need to meet the next strong man. Someone who is able to protect us. 10 when they heard that, they shouted angrily. Next up is the bearded man. Are you going to leave him? The pair quickly spoke up. I didn't say I'd abandon him. We just use him for help. Let's take some time to move. In addition to this, the kneeling also agreed. Yes, on the city side. All kneeling in the castle now understood. That's a trick. I know we can't sit still. To see the people of a city die unjustly, I know I won't leave this mess in the city. Use the guards to hold me without a word. It's not enough to even use me as a heart. In exchange for a chance to escape, afraid that all the sudden calamities. When you go to this city, it must have been all in your plan. When did you start to throw me away? It's time to be compassionate with the 10 virtues. Or when I decided to take him in as a disciple. Using the demon healing method of the 5 shrines, equipment for him, so that he doesn't become an empty barrel. There is no power. They are not able to resist being deprived by you. All somewhere in hell blood only. The screaming sound of the Greek way. It's not stopping. He dares, he dares. Opposite it on the wall, there are 2 people who are being held up by its spikes. When they saw him so angry, they laughed. Extremely fun ability. The emotional modulation of these pagan gods. It's really bad. How long has it been? He's still sulking. That's right, his burglary. And he can't go out and get it back. Can only be here angry screaming. It's embarrassing. How to hear their insults. There is no anger either. Don't think I don't know what you're thinking. I will not leave my nest. And you can't be free. The 2 of them laughed and mocked it. Awe again. Every moment of time, this one thing happens. My ears are about to hear the calluses. That's a mighty alien. To instill in him such a suspicious personality. It's really weird. How to not pay attention to them. I will give you a little joy before my eyes. Wait until we have perfected the method. Control the body of the king of Yin Ti. Without putting your life at risk. Then I can use your body. It's the wrong hand to fight. Then I will catch you and hang you in the most visible position in the ceremony. The other side in hell. Save 3 now. Are constantly running away from the pursuit of monsters. Yellow skin after a while. The curse of the beast has been activated. The devil is chasing 3 and suddenly stops. Sinking into the blood. If you save 3, the bet will stop immediately. Take down my mask. It's amazing after death and going to hell. I can still use my father's blessing. The master has forgiven me. But it reminds me, why did we fall into a bloody hell? The reasons for falling down are obvious. As disrespectful. We don't have enough of those things. Or maybe it's for killing Buddha. But my whole life, they only kill wild animals at most. It doesn't bother any monks. The next day, the sun was coming down the mountain. 2 people in the capital. We finally reached another city. Looking at the city in front of me was a bit of a surprise. Turns out the person you're looking for back in Tai'an. You look very surprised, SAO10. Good to go and answer. Saying no surprise is a lie. Tai'an district, due to the influence of haunted house. There are not many people left today. If your refuge is in Tai'an, why didn't you clean up the ghost house before? Sitting here watching it kill people. Lethargic reply. Who says we have to protect the people here? He is not the king of Thailand. The death of the locals has anything to do with him? Listen carefully. In this world, the strong are nurses for the weak. Most of it's in the coffin. Unless you are stronger than your knees. If not, don't copy him. Don't make yourself. And the people around you are in danger. Just walking and talking. Very quickly, the 2 of them went to a crematorium. From the inside, a teenager comes out. This person is Tai Sun King. Down, he looked at the 2 men and said out of contempt, I thought you wouldn't come to the capital. The capital is not weak. If possible, I don't want to see your ugly face. Top 10 good. He looked at the boy in front of him and whispered into his hands. The person you want to talk to is him. He looks just a little older than me. He's not even worth it yet. Oh, coward. Just watching me get beaten up when the enemy invades. Not brave enough to protect his master. How many times have I told you? Don't judge others by their appearance. His real age says raw. It will scare you to death. Copper lower. When I heard the wind, my face wrinkled. These are the words you just said. I'll pretend I didn't hear you. When the king entered the kingdom. Who is the cocky one who says no? AI can beat itself on its own turf. And then drag Theo to fight them alone. Wind capital side. It's actually like that. If only the 4th class tower and the retribution wheel came. We didn't get to the point where we are today. On the other hand, you see me at a disadvantage. Again, not helping. Stop if you don't come to help. You didn't even inform the king. Let him come to save me. You also have to suffer, responsible for the collapse of the state. I am cold enough to argue with you. Then smile again as an invitation. You're not here to find the protection of the SAO. Go inside and talk to him yourself. See if he is willing to protect you. Tulip looked 10 benevolent. You stay here for a while and I'll go right back. 10 good nods. It is done with 10 virtues. The capital quickly moved in. The ground is still in place. He glanced coldly at him without following in. The capital inside. I looked left and right to look around. While he was thinking, incomprehensible, there are no ghosts inside. Right now, an hour came here echoing in his ear. The city heard the sound calling. I immediately turned my head to the middle of the house. The sound called for him. It's coming out of the hanging picture. On the altar in the middle of the house. Take a look at the painting for a moment. And then quickly approaching the end. Definitely go inside the painting. Through the painting, he then enters an independent sub-world. Not far away is an officer. Above stood a body dressed in gold. This is the temple of the Thai Sun Army. The man standing on the altar is the Thai Sun Army. He also has another title, the Great Musician. The one who survived the previous round. He has 2 types of religion in his hands. They're martyrs and demons. He looked at the capital and asked, "Why didn't you come to me earlier?" The wind calmly replied, "Lower the tower and whip through the ass. Always looking for me everywhere. Before they get in the way of something else. I dare not risk coming here." The emperor stared at him. "Why is it that I don't believe it? Not too long ago, the Lord told me. He sees you with the devil. Used to appear in Taiyan district. I guess if it wasn't for the devil breaking up with you. Or you sell him out. Now you won't have to come to me for help." When the Lord heard these words, he did not answer. Out in the field right now, constantly observing the body 10 virtues. 10 good to see the enemy's movements. Then fear comes out. What's on me? Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't pay attention to the 10 good people. A moment later, he scratched his chin. Blessed prosperous heir. Fire label, Venus transmission Tai Cheng Tao. Descendants of Udo. Feeding the devil with the 5 organs of the middle Nile. The same traces have not completely disappeared of a supreme being of the times ever entered into you. Brother, you have a deep blessing. 10 good grimace asked what problem Sao Copper answer. If you are a great figure, then there's definitely no problem. But you're obviously not. This means that your luck is good. Not from your previous life. Arranged for this life. But before he finished speaking, the capital went out to ask, "What are you talking about?" See the double wind come out. Then he stopped patting his shoulder. 10 good glances he laughed. "It's nothing. It's just a little gossip." Then we go back to 10 small talk. In short, be careful, and don't believe the promises of some people. When he finished, he quickly went into the house. Waiting for the enemy to leave, the new capital goes to 10 good questions. What did he just say to you? He laughed, and he said that your way is bad. Tell me not to expect too much of you. Don't believe the man's words. What the city promised. It will definitely work. I have spoken to the owner of this place. He's agreed to protect us. Before reuniting with Chung, kneeling. First, stop practicing the Dharma. That he taught you. Then follow me to do the necessary tasks. To quickly promote to Yin Quan as soon as possible. At the same time inside the world in the temple painting. Winter music. He went to the side of the music, and the emperor asked incomprehensible questions. In the SAO, you agreed to protect the capital. We obviously have a better choice. The great emperor fed the fish and replied, "Don't let personal hatred make you blind." Even though the capital was defeated. But that doesn't mean that God's people are blessed. In Kai Fong Kier, it will be more suitable than him. Underneath the aquarium is sealing a photo body. This green pile is an alien god. He is the embodiment of the great sound. Rest and destroy him is the current Nin loading hole. Are imprisoned. Dark sky, 3 people standing in the 10-yard asked in surprise. You are not with me. Don't shake your head. The promotion of your yin organ. I put Dong and Kim in charge. Until the devil returns. We're not leaving this yard. Lower on one side aesthetic lips. They are so shamelessly afraid of death. Among the chief priests we know. It's only you. He didn't almost twist. Then turn around and tell 10 goodness. There are a lot of evil spirits around Taiyan district. If planned well within 10 days, you can earn enough merit for the grim period. Also known as, take away the souls trapped in the world. To the underworld we have arranged our subordinates. Find demons with the same power as you. And then, they will take you to the nearest knife. Between heaven and hell. The people next to me are speaking up now. Actually, it doesn't have to be that cumbersome. You just need to find some indomitable souls. Let him do his job. If enough souls are sent, then there will be no need to take a risk to catch the devil. This is the shortcut I've left you. While I am still the Lord of Hell. He despises. It was cold, and then the poor boy took a shortcut. Quickly climb to the position of the king of the underworld. It will become a springboard in your battle of the bridge. Is it true? You really are a liar. He said he was waving his hands behind him. Waving the rat, come here. From the darkness, there's an immediate response. Right away, Lord. Very fast. A great serpent who came out from within. It's the serpent, the tomb-raiding monster of the Tai-Sun king. Wait for the serpent to come out. Then he pointed to the 10 good people behind him. I arranged for Owl and Go to catch the high-class B-devil. Then you take this brother to meet with them in Tai-Sun. The serpent immediately clasped his hands to obey the order. Sir, then quickly make an invitation to 10 good. Please follow me. 10 good, and then follow the serpent left. Waiting for them to completely leave. The old man glanced at the capital. To ridicule one. Natural carrier gases born in this world. You see it as a place to feed. I don't blame the style. You have lost the will of God. The indifferent style replied that it was only God's will. Just need. We can win the next battle at the bridge. Then nature will come back to me. Only the final winner. They deserve everything. Don't run the lights in front of the car. 10 good things to see one way. I can't stand it. Then you start talking. My name is 10, and what is your name? He replied, you can call me Master Snake. 10 good nods, Mr. Snake. Do you know the wreck house? Do you eat human flesh in Tai-An district? The snake nods if it knows 10 suspects, or ask again. So, why are you sitting there looking at that house of calamity? Kill and eat people. You are completely capable of stopping it. The serpent calmly answered. It's not that I can't stop it, it's my master. Cannot directly deal with the entity. Worship in that house of evil. Can only take a detour, invite outside martial artists to investigate. Then Lan transmitted the evil spirit, worship in that house. Out from there, attract the attention of the court. 10 good listening is even more difficult to understand. Wait, the SAO had to invite martial artists from outside to investigate. The local martial artist is SAO. Moreover, you can completely use the dream form. Let me tell you all about the situation here. Then let the enemy report this to the top. The snake sighed. You can't do that. Because Kai District, the government, and local martial artists all have been destroyed before this house started killing people. It's not just that. Let's show you the house of evil. After the discovery of our existence, they also blocked the entrance of the fighters from outside to investigation. The rest of us are helpless. 10 listen to everything and understand it. So that's what Ra is. After a while, they reached the top of the mountain. Here and now, there is no end to the staircase. Len to the top of the mountain. 10 goodness look at the soul next door, curiously asked. These souls are serpents, quickly replied. These are people who have died recently. Since the fall of the empire. The balance between life and death in the Middle East has been broken. My master has given Tai-Sun the power. The Hainun religion after death. The soul will return to the mountain. Years without that day and my master. Always positive, help to digest the soul of the Hainun death. Then the situation will be 100 times worse. Now 10 people ask. Goddess people will return to Thailand after death. What about people elsewhere? When they die, where will they go? It takes a long time to say it. Let's talk about this later. This spy Min, it must have been my partner who released me to find me. Fast snake, let the spy land on my hand. Through this spy Min, the serpent began to interact with his friends. Is the horse over there done? After a moment, he turned his head to look at 10 good things. My friends have captured the devil. I can fight you. It's urging us to hurry up. 10 smile kindness, then the rest of the way. Let's use the French to go. The snake can nod. The next 2 on their own bodies. There is air coming out. And then use extreme speed to launch to the top of the mountain. At the top of the mountain, 2 other demons are waiting for them. This buffalo head is down to Niu, and this horse face is a horse. After a while, 2 10-year-olds have appeared at the top of the mountain. When they saw them, they immediately spoke up. They're here. Just finished talking, 10 people appeared in front of them. The serpent didn't say much, and immediately asked where the devil was. The horse took out a cage. There are 10 people looking at the monsters in front of them. It's extremely difficult to understand inside. Horse-faced buffalo head and snake head, the grave of the Lord. It doesn't fit into the 12 branches. The buffalo's head pulled out of its chest a question shaft. Which one of you will defend that boy? The serpent quickly stood out to me. Down the bull opened the raw axis review. So the order of entry into this picture is as follows. 1 is the devil, and the other is Snakeba. After placing the order, then he turned his head and gave it to Ngakma. Let the devil go. The horse nods his hand to his mouth, blowing hard. A cloud of black smoke quickly gushed out of its mouth. A moment later, in the world inside the painting, a demon has been unleashed by the enchantment. Inside the bamboo forest, this demon is a long-tongued demon of the upper class VI. Outside the small celestial world 2.41. There are 40 people sitting in front of the painting. Watch the devil. Down. Quick Niu helps 10 goodness explain a little. Because this is the first time you fight in the world of painting. So we haven't arranged very complicated terrain. Bamboo rolls in the long-tongued devil in the painting. It's the battle site. And your first opponent. This long-tongued demon captured by the horse has superior B-level power. Up to the present time, there's been 2 martial artists wandering around half the herd, licked to death. You have to be careful, 10 points. I get it. Then, down the river, look at the river. I've explained everything here. Let's get into the painting. The serpent had no opinion, immediately agreed. Okay, next. The serpent leads the way into the world of painting. Just came in, he glanced around looking for the devil. Have you been hiding? It seems that he has captured a very clever demon. After a while, 10 good things followed. I can't see the shadow of the devil. You're a little confused. Where's the devil? The serpent turned his head and glanced at you. It's gone. Do you need me to give you some suggestions? 10 good head shakes do not need. Then quickly implement the Venus fire label. Very fast, the footprints of the lazy devil appeared in his eyes. We've found traces of it. The serpent can see the fire of Venus in the heart of terror. And yet, there's Venus. 10 people want to go into the forest. The serpent asked again, do I need to go into the forest with you? 10 extremely confident goodies don't need it. It's not my opponent. The serpent didn't say anything. Stand still in place. I watched 10 people slowly go deep into the forest. 10 virtues a straight path follow in the footsteps of the devil. After walking for a while, the footprints suddenly disappeared. 10 goodness in the heart of thinking. They fled to Kier. I didn't realize this demon is pretty smart. However, before the fire of Venus, this little trick of yours, on the contrary, it only backfires. Kneeling long tongue hiding on the top of the tree. I see 10 idiots standing there. Then he fell down from the tree. Want to catch you? I just fell into it and laughed excitedly. It's like eating 10 good things. Right now, 10 goodness suddenly returned to raise his head. Such as now. You certainly won't think about. I really do. I've known you've been hiding in the trees for a long time. 10 goodness suddenly looked back at the long-tongued devil. The eyes immediately widened. 10 good, don't give it a chance to react. Immediately deploy the wisest Qigong. A very strong punch to his chest. The serpent, in the distance, I can hear the sounds of fighting. There is also a surprise in my heart. Already delivered? The long-tongued devil is completely overwhelmed by 10 virtues. After a while he was punched by 10 good people Cho, lying on the ground. Teeth, lips, mixed, there is fresh blood in my mouth. 10 good-looking lazy devil, lying on the ground, calmly said, if it was me before practicing the Solar Ming Sutra, then this time, I'm sure we've been more careful in our use of the arc. But look in this direction. Of the bearded man and the wisest, Master's Qigong is quite compatible with each other. He said he was going to pick up the long-tongued devil's head. Your luck is really bad when it comes to luck. See me again and treat you completely. As long as we maintain this state. Then your claws. They can't break our defenses. On your knees, take the opportunity to be careful. Immediately opened his mouth, spitting out his long tongue, hit towards 10 good. You are too subjective. 10 good people don't react. The skull was wrapped tightly in the enemy's tongue. If you can catch 10 good people, you will laugh. Because our claws don't work. So I'm going to use my tongue. Strangle you to death. It didn't take long. Then 10 good people suddenly grab hold of their tongues. It's unfortunate for you. I was once tied to death by a rope demon. So you'll no longer be suffocated by strangulation. Or strangling. That's why I said your luck was bad. The natural enemy is me. The long kneeling is now afraid to shiver. Very quickly, the long sloth attached to its nickname has been snatched by 10 good men with decisive force. Devil long tongue, cut off tongue, and then you're dead. 2 people go down to Niu and look outside. It's also amazing. Go down and look at the horse. I can't believe this long-tongued devil in front of my son. It's just a toy. You're going to catch another devil. Have a lower level a level. Nod your head. He hurried down the mountain to catch the devil. 10 good handle long lazy devil. Then quickly neutralize the wisest Qigong. The snake is also coming from behind. When he saw it go to 10, he asked, you made this demon weak. Is there any stronger? The serpent looked at the long-tongued devil on the ground and said yes, but that you have to put the devil on this earth first. Then I'll take you outside and talk to the dog. By the way, you must also know how to use sound. Wrong order to detain the devil and go. 10 good shameful scratching face. I don't know about this, rat. I quickly picked up a wrong sound. 10 good tutorials. You bite your thumb first. Then press your thumb here and rotate it in a circle. Order mechanism. False command will be activated on the back. 10 good people don't say much. Quickly do what the market says. Put your hand to your mouth and bite, and then press the wrong command. Very quickly, the back of the false command has separated. Inside is currently a figure 8 monster. There is also an 8 monster hidden inside. It's a miracle. The SA next door continued to speak instructions. And then, turn the faces of the 8 demons towards the evil you have controlled. It's going to be immediately locked inside that 8-bit monster. 10 good nods. So that's what Ra is. You just directed 8 monsters towards the long-tongued devil. Then immediately, there is a light inside. Cover the devil. The evil spirit then slowly gets sucked inside. Wait for the false sound of 10 good commands to close. The serpent next to me continued. Then you keep the devil locked up in this process. Wait until the 8 monsters have no more room. We're going to take you to Quang Vuong. Use the magic scaffold to calculate your merit. 10 good nods. Okay, how do we get out next? The serpent is waiting for the tiger to open the door. 10 sounds like a surprise. So that means, once we're trapped in the picture, only if someone outside opens the door for us. Then we can go to Sao. The serpent nodded. That's right, this place. Only the guy, new libraries and historians can enter the world. The painting, after a moment. The Taurus have waged war for 2 people 10 good to go out. The snake is normal. And 10 good ones. This process makes the head absent. Body spinning as if to faint in place. When I saw outside, there was a strange question. Where's the fish? The cow put the picture in her sleeve and replied. He's looking for a stronger opponent. You guys stay here for a while. He'll be back soon. 3 people sat on top of the mountain waiting. After a few hours, the horse is finally back. As soon as he reached the top of the mountain, he excitedly said, Just caught this one. It will surely satisfy you. It has power at the lower level. If not, it only attacks martial artists with a level of strength. And the people it's attacking just run away. If you surrender, you will not be attacked. It was soon suppressed by the Grand Master's staff. 10 good listening go code introduced the N in the heart of thinking. It will only attack passing masters. But it didn't kill them. It sounds familiar again. Thinking of this, he raised his head and asked the horse, What is the name of this demon? The code immediately responded, It's not a demon, it's an exam. 10 good hearing that, then reluctantly smile. It's actually a test in the East. Master used to wonder. Why does it suddenly disappear? Then Ra is running to Tai and to find the opponent. Down cock claw chin thinking. To the opponent is a test like this. It's inappropriate to fight in the bamboo forest. After a moment, he excitedly said, Like this. We're going to use this scroll. Roll into acting dojo. Radio for you to fight. After turning the painting into a martial arts act and drop the exam concept inside. Go back and look at the snake. Don't go in this time. Otherwise the responsibility of this exam will chase you, demanding to fight. The serpent had no idea to nod. To go down to the fish, then turn around and tell 10 good. If you see danger, surrender. If you can't surrender, just run around it. We can see it. I will immediately enter the painting to save you. 10 good nods. The goat went down to the cow. Then you put 10 good things inside the painting. 10 good ones just entered. They called out loudly for acceptance. I thought I was standing there stupidly. I heard a sound and looked back. 10 kind smiles look at it. Remember me? It makes 10 good people angry. It's the test. Take a look at you. Then don't even bother to immediately turn around. It seems like your 6th form is too weak. I don't want to fight you. 10 good people find its attitude difficult to understand and ponder. He has forgotten about me. Not sure if he remembers. It's just that our gas hasn't reached level yet. That's why he doesn't pay attention to me. Although it's understandable why it does that. Being ignored by acquaintances. I'm still a little annoyed. Our air is not strong enough, so we'll use the substance to make it up. Then it certainly won't be able to ignore us. Just thought 10 goodness has just quickly deployed the wisest Qigong to pass the exam in front of you and touch something. Turn your head again and look at the 10 points. 10 seeing this, I am extremely happy in my heart. Good, he just looked over here. But then your eyes suddenly get bigger. Because the test is currently running at very high speed. Hit towards you. One punch. As fast as pulling the electricity straight ahead, 10 good hit down. Even though his speed is extremely fast. But the reaction speed of the 10 virtues is not slow. As soon as Kier's fists hit in front of him, you quickly lean back to avoid. Even if you lose 7 points, it is a bit surprising. Then turn around again. Keep fighting towards the 10. At this close distance, 10 goodness in the heart. Cole is not okay. It's done. This time it can't be avoided. You have to use all your strength to support it. When you think about it, put your hands in front of you. Prop up a punch of conceptual exam. One punch flying 10 good. There is no such thing as giving you a chance to breathe. Once again, quickly execute the body of the French chase to hit. Outside the number, the bull and the horse were also closely watching the battle. It's impossible to understand. I said, it's weird that you take this exam. Its surprise attack could be more effective. You can defeat the enemy with one blow. But it's still deliberately leaving some time. Brother Zhou Zhao. 10, our goodness reacts. It's not a teacher's game. Was it like this when you caught it? The horse shakes its head, not when it realizes its power is inferior to mine. It has directly given up resistance. Down cock stroking chin. That's an interesting martial artist. I really want to know that. What's the responsibility that haunts him while he's alive? 10 virtues that have just withstood the enemy's attack. Just aesthetic these heavy punches. Even now, even when I opened the arc, it hurt. Master before Kier, I often use this type of opponent to practice SAO. After a relentless attack. Then the test has captured the loopholes of 10 good. A straight punch to the chest 10 benevolent. When it's on you, the 10 virtues are quickly broken down. The bull outside saw that and immediately stood up, going to the rescue. Victory is divided, but it hasn't acted yet. Then he was stopped by the serpent. Wait a minute. Before I came here, my master told me. In the 10 good people, there's a lot of mixed forces. There's some kind of power if he actively releases Ra. Even the 3 of us. They will be killed immediately. He hasn't used all his cards yet. The fisherman heard that, and his eyes widened. After a while, he nodded. So let's continue to watch a little more. After fighting for 10 good matches, living without death, acceptance, the competition is no longer running. He just stood there, staring at 10 good people. After a while, he asked if it would continue. 10 people look at it. Sure. I can just stare at you like that. I'll give you 10 breaths to adjust. When he finished, he turned to the distance. 10 good people stand up and look at the shadow of his back thinking. That's what it turns out. This guy's responsibility before he dies. Maybe it's nurturing talent. Or entrust something to that AI. So when it attacks first-class fighters, even if you beat them later, it doesn't kill them either. In this sense, perhaps in the East A. After Master defeated it, refused a request to hang on to it for years, or reject its mandate. That's why it left East. AI only needs to think about the fate between us and the Master. It can transcend space and time. To reconnect in this way, there's an inexpressible emotion in my heart. Maybe one day not far away, between me and the 10, you can continue in the same way. Unnamed martial artist, thank you very much. As a thank you, I will do my best to win you.